1212, I go by the name of DJ What, and you're now listening to the original Jeek podcast. Let's go!
Ready to make an entrance, so backward cut. Come on, cut for me.
Oh yeah. Whoa, slow down. Whoa, speed up.
Fresh.
Making me itch.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Jeeks of all ages. I am your host, RockinMrMagic, and he is
UniqDNA.
And this is the original Jeek podcast. UniqDNA, my man, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I feel like we do this every time, but it's been a minute.
Because too often it is a minute.
Far too often.
Yeah. And we apologize, folks. Like, we hit like 3 weeks, like only I think 3 or 4 weeks in a row where we were able to record and drop some fire for y'all. And yeah, then things got a little busy. Some things happened, behind the scenes, and
Life got a little crazy.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, something like Game of Thrones season 8 crazy, just stuff got wild.
just Ex Machina out of nowhere. What is this type stuff? But we're back.
We are back, and not from outer space. But we got a live show to drop all upon your face. So without further ado, we're going to jump into our normal first subject of what are you playing?
So let's see. What am I playing right now? So I started playing Dying Light again, which I haven't played in a minute.
Yeah, I saw that a couple times when you logged in PSN. Let me know. I'm like, what's he playing? Oh, Dying.
Yeah, I haven't played that. It's been a minute. Like it was one of those you log in and you're like, wait, where am I? What am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Where am I on this map and in the story? Like, what is going on?
And I was pretty good at it, and now I'm just getting mobbed by zombies every time I turn around. Which I'm like, how did I save the game? The last time I played it, I saved it with no med packs. So now I'm running around looking for alcohol to make med packs. But yeah, so that's been playing that. What else am I playing? I'm playing NBA 2K on the Switch. Been playing Animal Crossing. I'm still trying to finish Zelda because there was a minute where I just dropped off and I stopped. That's another one I just kind of stopped playing, and I'm jump back in because I want to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly
you need to finish Red Dead. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Yeah. I do need to get back on Red Dead too. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of just kind of jumping around between games when I get the chance to play. I think the hard part for me is because I don't have a whole lot of time to play. So when I do, it's okay, what do I play? And then usually I'm only playing for an hour and then jump off. So it's I'm very, I gotta be strategic in what game I pick to play.
Yes.
But yeah, with the kids, I'm always on the mobile as much as I can with the Switch. So
Facts.
So yeah, that's what I'm playing right now.
No doubt.
What about you?
Me, what am I playing? I'm still playing through the hits. So Destiny 2, hitting up that Solstice event. Got second upgraded the gear at least once on each of my characters, and I'll probably get the full upgrade on at least on my Warlock, maybe my Titans. I still have to September the 8th or something like that. So I could actually get it through on all 3 characters if I really, really get some help, because some of these things are really hard to do, and some you can't solo some of these things. Some of them you have to beat a nightmare, level 5 nightmare, and you gotta win in trials of Osiris matches, which I don't even think you did that level of PvP.
I think I started it. I don't think I finished it.
Trials is crazy, man. There's some bad people in there, man.
Yeah.
Something else. I went with some new people I met, and you got 3 black folk on the same team, and we're like, go get him. And I hadn't played trials since like maybe year 1 of D2, and I was like, yo, I'm telling y'all, I'm an average at best PvP player, so I don't know how much help I'm gonna be, but I'll try to get some wins in trials because I need them too. And so like, all right, we got this. We lost the first round, and the second round, lost the third round, and ended up winning the next 3 rounds to win the match. And we was hyped, like, okay, let's go, let's do it. I had multiple kills. I got kills with grenades, and I don't get no grenade kills. And then we proceeded to get thrashed 7 times in a row after that. And so we ended up using up that trials pass with only 1 win. We just got destroyed. So playing that, I'm still, our great posse we had, just left me behind in Red Dead.
Hey man, I'm coming back, man. I gotta get my moonshine.
There's a $5 off, 5 gold bars discount off a bunch of stuff, especially for Twitch Prime now. Prime gaming users, all types of free stuff in there. Update and all that, and the whole posse left me behind. Not just him, but D Squared, Tim, LB, Reggie, all y'all left me behind in Red Dead Online.
I'm coming back, man. Listen, y'all left me in division high and dry.
No, Tim left us high and dry because you and I bought that game just because he wanted to play.
I know, yeah, that was his idea.
I'm still busting his balls on that. Let's see. So I'm playing that. I am playing a couple new games because of sales. So I'm playing the Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which I'm having a lot of fun with.
That looks dope. I just haven't bought any games recently, but that looks dope.
It's fun. I like it. I bought Street Fighter 5 because it was like $7 or $8. And I'm a Street Fighter guy.
I did see that sale. I wonder if it's still. Yeah.
I think it's over. It might still be because like a day or 2 left in the summer sale or whatever, but I don't know. It's close. And then what else am I playing? I just played. I'm playing some MLB 19. And I think that's it. Wait, no. I've been playing GTA. For some reason, LB and Reggie and D Squared have been playing more GTA than Red Dead. So the 4 of us playing GTA like 2 or 3 days ago. That was fun, because I do still enjoy the GTA. And again, that was another game that I got abandoned on. Not by you, so don't think y'all I'm busting. UniqDNA did not abandon me on GTA. We'll make that clear. So that's pretty much what I've been playing lately. I think I'm going to probably dive in. Oh, and then I'm sorry, that's a lot. I have been playing the Marvel Avengers beta, which has been fun.
Yeah. Everybody's been saying it's been fire.
It's cool. Yeah, so it reminds me of the system as far as like equipment, skins, and stuff like that. Reminds me of Destiny, but the action is like Spider-Man.
Okay.
So
it
it's like
kind of look like that.
Yeah, I mean, same like for the special moves you're doing circle, triangle, and all that. Like it feels like Spider-Man, but the first part was really cool when we watched that trailer together. So you remember the trailer where they blow up this the Golden Gate Bridge because apparently everyone just hates that bridge. It gets blown up and everything.
Yeah.
That is like such a freaking trope. Like hey, let's blow up the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right.
They're at the Golden. So they're trying
the Empire State Building.
Or the Empire State Building. Yeah.
One or the
So
other.
they're trying to save people, and you get to use everybody in this Golden Gate Bridge thing, except for Captain America. He's on a one of the helicarriers or something. But so you start as with Thor, you get to play with Thor, which I enjoyed the most. Using Thor was super cool. Throwing the hammer at cats, calling it back to you, punching, slamming the hammer down, like flying with the hammer, like that was really cool. And then you went to Iron Man, who I was not the flying mechanisms. It took me a bit to get accustomed to. He looks great, but I didn't enjoy how he handled Willie. And then you went to Hulk, and that was cool because you just smashing everywhere and doing
the button mash.
Yeah, well, you can't button mash because like you've got to be able to do your you got low and power moves, and then you've got direction, joystick direction and circle to dodge, and then they build power ups to do L1, L2 moves, and then both of them to trigger like a super powerful move, and all of them have those three controls. So that part's cool. And then you went to Black Widow, and she had like a boss fight against Taskmaster, so it was kind of prepping you for the boss fights. And then you went to Captain America in the helicarrier, and that part was cool so far. Then after that, you mainly play so far as the current Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. And then so far you've been playing mostly as her. Then there's a mission where she's with Hulk, and you play some more as Hulk. And then so far, and then you play mainly your Kamala. And I've unlocked Black Widow and Iron Man to select, along with Hulk to select as an option when you load in on missions. So the mission board is like a table with a hologram on it, and you go to missions kind of like Destiny. So you're like, I'm going to go here, but you can select the difficulty, and then you can matchmake. You can go solo, or you can matchmake with up to 3 other people. So I was like, man, I ain't going by myself. Let me see if I can get a rando to come in with me. So that was cool. It looks fun. I think I wasn't gonna wait, as always with me. You know me, wait till it's cheaper. But I don't know. I'm having fun. I might actually cop this one at launch. I don't know yet. It's
I don't think I'm copping anything along. Well, maybe I might. There's a lot of good games coming out.
There are
like they're waiting. It's like they're pushing as close to PS5 as they can.
Well, I mean, yeah, some of them have to, but I am probably going to be waiting for or looking specifically for games like Far Cry 6. I'd say if you're copping the PS version, you're getting a free upgrade to the PS5 version. If you're doing that for me, I want your game. You're getting my business like that.
Yeah, I wish they would have did that for like the same way they did with the Xbox, where any game you get in 2020 is an automatic upgrade.
Right.
That would have been nice. Sony, make it happen.
Right. It'd be like, snap your fingers and say, look, this is what's going to happen.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Especially if the price is as crazy as they talking about it's going to be.
Well, we didn't release a price yet, but we're thinking,
Well, there was the rumor. I don't know if you saw that.
The rumor that Xbox is going to be $599. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So if Xbox is going to be $599, they said the PS is going to be somewhere around the same price was the rumor, and that's going to be crazy. But we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though, because I mean, with the specs of both of them, you're talking about PC pretty much, a low powered PC.
Low powered PC pre-built is going to be $599, $600.
Right, easy 600. That's just I mean, mine was when I started it was 800, and then I was like, oh well, I want 32 gigs of RAM, not 16. So let me add that, and and then throwing a graphics card and this and that, and it's easily, I think I'm at like 1200 by now. Plus all the hard drives I had to get for video editing, but that's a different that's a different topic for another day. So
okay. Well, what are you watching right now?
Well, of course, getting ready for the BSG rewatch panel.
Yeah.
BSG.
So don't say we all. Yeah, so if you do not know, listeners, here at Jeek Nation, we are going to have our first rewatch, and hope it is going to be the first of many rewatches here at Jeek Nation. So you will see myself, UniqDNA. We will be joined by 4 others as we go through episode by episode of season 1 of the 2005. Yeah, I think it came out.
4.
The miniseries came out in 04, so I guess we'll count it as
I thought it was 03.
I'm pretty sure it was 04.
You could be right.
You know,
I think Voodoo lied to me.
it might apply. Voodoo. I mean, come on.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
No, I have voodoo. I'm saying they just don't know the voodoo that they do.
Yeah, Voodoo says a miniseries in 03 and season 1 04.
Yeah, they count from the season. It's 04. Okay. So we're going to do the miniseries. Doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to discuss the miniseries in episode 1, and then episode 2 will be episode 1 of the first season, and go from there to season 1. And as all goes well, we will continue through the entire series as some of us, and obviously, so we're watching to keep fresh, even though someone like myself who watches it at least once or twice a year is pretty fresh already, as I've already watched it back in April. But obviously, I'm watching again to make sure I haven't missed anything, or I'm on point. So I'm definitely watching that. I actually just finished watching season 3 of Westworld.
I haven't caught up on Westworld. I need to catch up.
I hadn't started it at all. So I just pretty much just watched all 3 seasons within a 2-week span. And I was really impressed. And then not so much. I really didn't. I wasn't vibing season 3 that much. Just it was such a departure. And I know, season, the premise can't last forever, especially the way the story goes. So I was just like, okay, well, where are they going to go next? And then they were kind of teasing, like, you're going to end up maybe in this Shogun world, or maybe you're going to end up in this other one. Like, okay, so are we just going to see, discover that there are more? It's going to be like Jurassic Park, where you discover that there are more parks out there,
right?
And but no, it's just, I don't know. All I know is I ended up deciding that I was Team Dolores, and and I ended up being right for being Team Dolores, and now I just have so many questions on what's really going on, and I like it. I was just like, season 3 was kind of a bit of a down turn to me. I thought the addition of Aaron Paul was wasted. You know me, I'm not a Breaking Bad fan, but it's got it's a talented cast of actors, and I just was like, you bring in this big name dude who's riding this wave of Beyond Bad, and it's like you kind of underutilized him. I wasn't feeling that, but so yeah, I was watching that, and then most recently, being today, I started rewatching Thundercats because it's on Hulu now.
Yes, I saw that. So so I added it to my list, and so I'm definitely I'm working on that one. I'll start watching that. Today I specifically was like, I'm gonna watch the miniseries because I just paid to watch it because I had to buy it.
I don't know why you ain't saying nothing. Then I couldn't got it to you, man.
I know, man. But you know what? When you was like, hey, you guys good to watch everything, because I was like, I'm pretty fresh on the miniseries, but I was like, let me just make sure, right? Because you don't want to be the guy. You don't want to be that guy.
And you how much 15? You do realize iTunes has season 1 including the miniseries on sale for $10.
And no, I didn't. I didn't even check.
You need to communicate.
But you know what it is? Because part of it is I have my whole, because I was big on the whole buying the Blu-ray and the digital version. So like my whole library, I made a smart move, I guess. I committed to Voodoo because remember there was like a bunch of different ones you can get. Like you can do Sony, you can do this one, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna do movie. It was like Movie Watch or whatever it was, and then there was the other one. So I was like, I'm gonna just do this Voodoo one. It seems cool. I like the interface, whatever. So I committed to Voodoo, and I just like my whole library's in Voodoo, and which ended up working out because the other ones like kind of just disappeared, with the exception of iTunes.
The other one pretty much just got sucked into Movies Anywhere. So
it did. And then that got sucked into Fandango. It was just a mess. Right. But so like I didn't want to be. I'm moving my library around 5-6 times. So so I was like, well, I already got all my movies here anyway, and let me just buy this one. Well, it isn't really a movie. It's a big series, but it kind of is a movie, I guess.
2 an hour and a half special. I mean, that's a long movie.
Yeah. So that was part of the reason why I didn't even check anywhere else. And the other reason I was just like, because I was just like, I went there first because like now that you said iTunes, I'm like, oh yeah, I could have went to iTunes, because I do got the Apple TV and all that. But that's the other thing. I'm just like before I got the Apple TV, I had the Fire Stick, and the Fire Stick I couldn't get the iTunes stuff, of course. So because I do got a couple movies on iTunes, but like sometimes I forget that I have the Apple TV. So I'm like, well, I know that the Voodoo's on my Apple TV, so I can do that. But so that was part of the reason. And the other reason I was just like, well, I could get it for free, but why not have it? I mean, I know I'm going to watch it again, so it's not like it's just one and done. I'm going to watch it again. Sure. So I'm like, I might as well own the series anyway. So I'm probably going to end up just buying all 4 seasons anyway. But
that's what I did. Like it was on sale one time. I think the entire series was on sale on iTunes. I think it was like $30, and I was like, copped. I'm done. That's a wrap. It's over. Yeah. And it was like
that's a good deal.
Yeah, I was like, and normally with like 69 something, I'm like, bro, I ain't paying that. So it was on sale. It was like $29.99. That run it.
Yeah, I might check Best Buy, a couple different places before I buy it on Voodoo. But so I'm watching that. I'm about to start watching no, actually I already started. I'm watching Fire Force, keeping up with that.
Okay.
Mostly animes actually. Black Clover. My Hero Academia just came out with an OVA, so I gotta check that out. I was kind of upset that it wasn't dubbed, because like nowadays when it comes to anime, like I only watch dubs.
Yeah.
Because well, not only that, like with kids, it's like it's hard to sit there and actually read for half an hour.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I'll just listen and I'll kind of figure out what's going on from the voices. But so Fire Force, Black Clover. I'm catching up on, I don't know if you ever watched Animal Kingdom, but
I have not.
I'm on season 4 of that, so I'm catching up with that. That show is dope. I like that show too. That show is dope. And that's pretty much it. Everything else has just been like, random YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah, same here. Okay. Cool. Well, we are excited, if you can't tell, to watch BSG and
that I'm excited for.
Really, 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 really excited about that. And if you want to be part of that, we would love for you to be involved and comment, because this is going to be recorded. It's going to be video and audio, but primarily we're focusing on video, and these videos will end up on the Jeek Nation page as well as our YouTube channel.
Yep.
And if you want to have an open discussion about BSG, feel free to do it in Jeek Nation community. as well as our Discord server. So if you're a Discord user, just search Jeek Nation, and you can find us there and join. As well as you can join the Jeek Nation community on Facebook, again, just by searching Jeek Nation, and obviously liking our page, and then joining our group, and simply agreeing to our rules, which are just essentially be nice and don't use any, disparaging slurs, and you're good to come in and hang with UniqDNA, myself, and the other Jeeks.
Yeah, we're very liberal, by the way.
I liberal, like, we're cool with this, like, just come on,
pretty much anything. Just
just
almost anything goes. Almost.
Yeah, we're close. Yeah, our rules aren't bad rules.
Nah, we're not one of those like, don't come in and don't advertise and don't do this and don't do. I hate groups like that. Like,
now if we reach like 200,000 people, then we're gonna be like, don't spam everybody with your stuff. But if you got something to share that fits, within the
I mean, don't come in there trying to share makeup videos, because we're not doing that.
well, what if the makeup video is how to do makeup for
cosplay? Okay, I'll allow it.
or doing makeup for film. Like, there's a lot of makeup videos out there. Unique.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But I mean, like, I just don't want to. I'm not sitting through like these quote unquote beauty gurus. These mommy bloggers.
All right, everybody. So what I want everybody to do is post in the group eyebrow makeup videos and tag me.
That is not appropriate for a jock geek. What is geeky or jockey about that? Nothing.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Then post all the makeup videos in the world and tag UniqDNA, and so he sees that in his feed.
I'm changing my name on Facebook. Definitely come join the community. It's been fun. It's been exciting. It's been growing. Like, I don't even know. What are we at now? We
have hit 250.
Impressive.
Yes.
Impressive. I remember when it was like 50.
I do too.
And it's like, it's crazy now because I'm like, I understand now. I always understood like compound growth, but I really understand it now because it's like when we were at like 50, you get like a new member like every like 6 months. Now it's like every day I'm seeing like so needs to be added to the group, and I'm like, wait, where did these 5 people come from? like so random, but it's cool. It's been fun, and like I love that everybody's like, they're not just joining, but they're joining and they're jumping in. Like, posting stuff, commenting, engaging, because like, it's cool if you want to be a lurker too. I'm not mad at you, but it's so much more fun when me and you are not the only ones posting content all the time, even though we still stay on top of the list somehow.
What we do. What we do. Yeah, I'm enjoying this little battle between Aaron Guzman and Dion for trying to be the top spot. It's fun. We'll probably overtake them again, but it's fun to watch them.
I actually slacked off a little bit this month, so I got a couple of days to catch up, but I know I can take them easy because I always do.
And I slacked a little bit too because I'm just like, I want to see how this goes. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. And I like to see them get excited so I can crush their dreams next month.
Yes, that's what we do. So coming up next, as we have completed that section of the show,
the princess is in another castle.
The game is not over. Sorry, Mario. Another castle. And this next castle, quick hits, so we can talk about some topics quickly, hit them up, and spit them out. So first, this is a little bit of an older one. We wanted to talk about this before, as we had been in Discord chatting about UFC. And a fan favorite, Paige VanZant, had a match, and unfortunately, she lost it again. And a lot of people were like, we love Paige, but Paige is she's not at that level anymore. She really shouldn't be competing in the UFC. And left us all kind of wondering what's next for Paige. Well, after suffering that loss, Paige VanZant has signed with Bare Knuckle EFC. So, do you think going to Bare Knuckle is a good move for Paige VanZant?
I think it is in a way. I feel like it's a good move because I feel like it's kind of like a restart, you know. She definitely like everybody's been kind of saying, like, you know, she's getting a little stale. She had another loss, so it'll be nice to kind of, you know, start fresh in a way, in a sense. And
yeah, I mean, it's not like you said, she had another loss, but it's not even just another loss. Like, she was dominated in that loss. Like, it's not like it was close, and it's like, okay, Paige is still competing at this level. It's like, nah, she got waxed.
Right. So, you know, sometimes it's nice to get out of your, like, that realm, that sphere, you know, and just start all over in a sense, right? And just like new competition, new, like everything new. I don't know if she's going to switch trainers and all that, but I'd assume, you know, there's going to be some changes, and sometimes that's good, right? Sometimes
good.
Sometimes it gives you that renewed motivation. You get that new exhilaration of like, yo, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. I love to fight, and so you get that fire back, you know. Because sometimes when you've been like you said, like, you know, she's been the fan favorite for a while. I've liked her for a while.
Yeah.
And so you kind of get you rest on your laurels a little bit. You're like, I'm in a good spot. I'm comfortable. And then that's when you get rocked. Right. And then, you know, and then sometimes it's hard to get out that rut. So you got to make those changes to kind of, you know, just get something new, something fresh, something different. So I think it's a good move for her. I think it'll work out well.
I disagree with you for one main reason. Everything you said is accurate to me, and it applies if she went somewhere other than bare knuckle. If she went to Bellator, if she went somewhere else, I'd be 100% in agreement with you. I'm not, because it's bare knuckle. And in my personal opinion, as a fan of Paige VanZant, I want her to be successful. I want her to make some money. One thing Paige has always had on most of her competition, or just most of the females in mixed martial arts, is that she is one of the best looking women in mixed martial arts. She's gorgeous, and she can like make a lot of money while she's gorgeous. She can do film, she could do pro wrestling, she could do other things. She could model. There's so many things that Paige can do with those looks. And it's hard enough to stay that cute when you're in mixed martial arts. It's going to be even harder in bare knuckle if she's got these chicks just ramming her face bare knuckle.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole nother level of bruising, getting bruised in the face and cheeks.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know. I'm like, Paige, I don't know how cute you're gonna stay if you're getting rammed in the face like that.
I don't think she's concerned about it though.
See, I would, because like UFC, bare knuckles trying to establish themselves in their brand, and so a big part of that is the fact that their fighters are going for headshots. They're punching at your face a whole lot more than they would be in Bellator and UFC, where you've got those people like your fighters like Usman, who they're not trying to knock you out. They're trying to wear you down. They're trying to appoint you. They're trying to submit you.
Right.
You've got people with completely different styles. You know, your boxers, your BJJ. You know, Ronda Rousey wasn't knocking people out until she got lucky a couple times. Her thing was, I'm going to flip you down, hit that judo hip toss, and I'm going to throw you in this armbar. You know, everyone had their strengths that they're relying on. Bare knuckle, their whole shtick mainly is, hey, we've got bare knuckle fighters, and when people see that, they're expecting people to get rocked in the face.
Right. They want to see blood.
Yeah, they want to see blood. So I think Paige has in my opinion, she has too bright of a future to risk her beautiful face by getting rocked bare knuckle style. I think she would be better fared in Bellator, or just, you know what, pursue acting, go back, you know, do some modeling again, whatever, like make your money without getting beat up. Since you're not obviously, unfortunately, at the UFC level anymore. But I just think bare knuckles the wrong place for her to go to keep her fighting career going.
Yeah, but see, I feel like Bellator be a little bit more of the same. Like it's still got that UFC sort of feel to it. Sort of, I don't know, and I feel like maybe she wants something different. And
you mean like the environment at Bellator may be too similar to UFC? Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm trying to think of like an equivalent to it, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's just that same feel. So you walk in there and you kind of you're just gonna like, all right, I'm gonna go through the motions in a sense because I know this. I feel like I know this. I've done this, right? I've been doing this for years at UFC. So it's just a new face on the same pig kind of thing, whereas like bare knuckle is like, okay, to your point, like I need to step my training up. I need to be like hungry for this because they're going for blood. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying from that standpoint, definitely. But at the same time, I feel like that could be the motivator. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if I want to stay this pretty, I gotta bring it.
You gotta win and protect that face.
So
they're gonna be coming for it.
So I don't know. I feel like this like I said, I feel like it's a good move in the sense, at least that it's something new, something fresh, something different, and because of that, it'll give her that new, that new dog, that new fight, just like that new energy. But we'll see. I guess we'll see.
Hey, okay, cool. All right, so moving on to the next quick hit. Toon Squad for Space Jam 2, new uniforms dropped. Now, back in January, they kind of just showed a rehash of the originals, as well as a redesigned Monstars uniform. But recently, a video was released with LeBron James, the star of Space Jam 2, rocking the full uniform of the new redesigned Toon Squad uniform. What are you thinking? Copper drop on the Toon Squad uniform.
I actually like it. It looks dope. I would, if I still wore jerseys, I'd cop it. I haven't worn jerseys since 2005, but if I still wore jerseys, yeah, I'd definitely.
As I glance in my closet that I'm waiting to lose weight to wear again.
Yeah, is when that was the thing, when that was the wave, yeah, I had a ton of them. But
I didn't care wave or not. I was like, give me my jersey.
Other than actually being on the court, I kind of stopped wearing them. But I like the look. I like it gives you that kind of nostalgic vibe from the old, Space Jam feel. I like it. It looks a little too Miami Vice with the colors for me. I feel like I don't know, maybe I thought so, but
well, I mean, I guess with the blue, I guess
I think maybe it's the blue that really stands out to me.
See, I don't get that because it looks like what it's supposed to be. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I like it more than the original because the original was white with the with the circles. This looks like, and the circles look more like the Toon logo that you saw on TV.
It's got the Warner Brothers
the Warner Brothers circle thing going on, that tube or whatever. It looks more like that, like what we saw on TV. So I like that. I mean, the only thing I don't like about it, honestly, is that the Nike logo in I think Wish or whoever sponsors the Lakers, or what is on there?
That's LeBron James logo.
Okay, that's
on his left side.
Yeah, so it's got
That's his king crown thing.
Yeah,
Right?
crown thing. Yeah, is LJ thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I don't like about it is the Nike logo and bronze logo on there.
Yeah, they look weird.
Yeah,
They look out of place.
It looks out of place, and
Like
obviously the Toon Squad ain't gonna be caring about your product placement like that. Just that's the only part I'm not feeling. Everything else I think is dope. I think the colors are dope. I think it looks more authentic. And
I mean, I definitely like the WB circle.
Yeah.
I just don't, like I said, just that blue turquoise look, and then like the around like the corners, like the seams.
I like that though.
It's got the pink. I mean, I got nothing against it because I love the Miami Vice jerseys, but I just feel like it I don't know.
Those two, man.
It just like when I first see it, like at first glance, if I don't see the Toon Squad, the wording, it's just like I see Miami Vice, and then like boom, it's like, oh, they slapped the Toon Squad on top of it. You know what I mean? Like if you look at it and you take the Toon Squad out, you take the circle out, it looks a lot like a Miami Vice jersey.
Yeah. I mean, because it's not the same blue, but it's definitely
not the same, but it's very close. At least in this picture. I mean, and it could be the background and stuff.
At a glance, you would definitely think it was like a knockoff of the Miami Vice because the blues are very similar. I'm not you on that. But I think it pairs better with the redesign of the Monstars now. So that's the other reason why I like it, because it's darker, but it's still than the white, but it's still such a contrast compared to the Monstars uniform. I'm feeling. I didn't buy the original Toon Squad jersey, so I didn't. It was just too simple, too plain, and the Monstars jerseys were just too dope. So I was Monstars. Now, I would cop it if I was Team Toon Squad, but the Monstars jerseys are even better than the original. So if I'm copping a Space Jam jersey, it's going to be a Monstars jersey again. Because those ones are just straight fire. But they look. I mean, I would definitely buy it if if it was in the budget and I would buy it. I like it.
Yeah,
I am Team Cop on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely cop it.
If you jerseys, but that's so too high for UniqDNA, and nobody wears jerseys, but the companies keep selling them. But
I'm not saying nobody wears jerseys. I just said it's just not my thing anymore. I know people still wear jerseys, just not my thing anymore.
You need to know your own past jerseys. It's okay. Everyone has a metamorphosis. That's part of it. All right. Oh, wrong one. There we go. My bad. Wrong one. Here we go. That's the right sound.
All right.
Didn't use it. Next so there's this wonderful service out there, and this is not a sponsor or anything of that nature. There's services like 23andMe and now I can't remember the other name. But there's services out there where you can yes, that's it. Yeah. And where you can put a DNA swab and find out where your ancestors come from and do whatever you will with that information. Marvel decided to do that with a certain famous family in the Marvel universe, specifically out of the X-Men, the Summers family. It has been revealed that Cyclops and all the Summers, one of the reasons why they are so powerful, just a family full of powerful mutants. And if you're only familiar with Cyclops, his brother Havoc and his son with Madeline Pryor, Cable, and Vulcan, and all the Summers have these really great superpowers, except for Scott's dad, who just is cool. But they're all this, this is a powerful family. Even Wolverine joked that God had given Cyclops a nuke in his eyes. And the reason why Cyclops and Havoc and and Gabriel and all these guys have, you know, big powers or omega level powers is because of their bloodline. And they apparently come from the living pharaoh, who is one of their ancestors. And that, according to the living pharaoh, all the pharaohs of ancient Egypt were mutants, and the Summers family are descended from them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with that, what the thought process is, and they did not confirm this part, but it's possible that Cyclops is a descendant from Apocalypse, who obviously is an immortal mutant, being essentially one of the externals. He is, been around for thousands of years, and so Cyclops may be one of his descendants.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this backstory development?
I feel like it's trash, and I don't have a sound for that, but trash.
Well, I don't think I have a sound for that, except for that here's my response. I think it's crap. Like, who asked for this? I don't care why the Summers family is super powerful. Like, who cares? They're super powerful. Awesome. Leave it a mystery. Sometimes it's good to have mystery. We don't need detailed answers for every single thing. And I know I'm one for details and I like good backstory, but this is, hey, they're descendants from every pharaoh. Who cares? I mean, I don't care. It's just dumb. It's silly. It's a little too extra, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I feel like it's a reach. It's a reach.
Yeah,
it's like, how do we, spice this up a little bit, but not spice it up because it's trash. Lazy writing is really what yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel like it's just like, really, you guys could have did better than this.
or just hey, just how about a why? Just why? Like, why?
Why do we need to know? I mean,
and why should we care? Like, I mean, if this is going to be some, you know, big earth shattering thing in the X-Men universe, and that someone from the Summers family is going to. Well, actually, no. I mean, we've already had that because we've got Hope Summers. I mean, there's the Summerses are always, half the time are the messiahs anyway. Like, either them or still related to them, or married to them. Jean, like, there's a whole messiah complex there anyway. So, I mean, this is not necessary. You've been putting this thing that the Summersers are so super important and super powerful, for decades. Like, this is
right. Nobody asked
yeah.
why.
Nobody
That's why. Like,
super
okay, yeah, bloodline. It is what it is.
Some people have strong bloodlines. I mean, you just left it at that. Like, I mean, or would have been probably even more interesting. I can't say more interesting because it's been done in other stories, but it could have simply been that, with the Summers' family is super strong because, Apocalypse was doing his genetic experiments way back in ancient times and just crossbred a whole bunch of powerful mutants, and the Summers come from that line. Like, it could have just been something like that, kind of like Goku. Goku came from a regular dude, a regular warrior, but they had a lot of unknown, untapped potential to be super powerful warriors. And the Summers is, Apocalypse is like, I'm going to take this one and then this one, and you married babies, and super powerful, and my experiments, and then Summers could have came from that, and just this is what
Easily.
it seems so stupid to be like, let's tie to the pharaohs, and all the pharaohs are mutants. What? Why? Who? Like, what? No, no. That's
Yeah,
just
it makes no sense. I don't get it.
Like why would the pharaohs all be mutants? Like, so was every king in ancient times a mutant, and that's how they became king? Like, come on, that's dumb.
Yeah, super dumb.
And what about Nefertiti? Was Nefertiti a mutant too? Like, I'm looking way too hard. I just think it's dumb.
Yeah, I feel like I said, I feel like it's just lazy writing. It was just somebody was like, you know what we can do? We can run this arc for a while that, where we just go back and just retcon everything that's been going on for the last 50 years. And yeah.
And don't get me wrong, really enjoying, really this latest run. These X-Men comics have been great. From X-Men to X-Force to Marauders. I've been enjoying all of it. I'm a bit behind, but I'm enjoying it extremely well. So I'm just like, why?
Yeah. Nice red herring for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is a little much.
That one deserves a turtle.
Well, what shell? Red, blue, or green?
It doesn't matter. They're all trash.
Well, we don't got no turtles. We're just gonna clear their stage then. All right, y'all. So quick hits are out of here, and we're gonna go to our main topic, which one we apologize for. Again, it's been a while, and we were gonna talk about this, and then I don't remember what happened, but we weren't able to record that day, and then it kind of got pushed down the ladder. But we did not forget, and we are going to do it. So we have a top 5 of Jeek Nation's hitters in baseball. So we asked the members of the Jeek Nation community to list us their top 5 hitters. Now, this is not an objective poll. This is subjective to who they think are the 5 best hitters, and not 5 best home run hitters or 5 best pure hitters. Just your 5 best hitters, whether it's a combination of home run, pure, whatever. So if a dude hit 8,000 singles, you say he's the best hitter. Cool, dig it. So shout out to everyone who commented and gave their top 5. And those would be members like Dion Myers, Jeff Goldenberg, Travis Pace. Just name a couple, just name a few. Not forgetting y'all. Just, we're just not going to shout out everybody because we can't be here all day. But we do want to thank you all for participating in that poll so that we can do this. And our results are tied for first place. Our top vote getters are Ichiro Suzuki, Ted Williams. Tied for third and fourth place are Babe Ruth and Tony Gwynn. And tied for number 5, Barry Bonds and Pete Rose. So let's start at the top of this list. Ichiro Suzuki.
I think I voted for him too, actually. I remember.
You didn't vote. I think you were waiting. You didn't vote. I pulled it up. You didn't vote.
I think you pulled my vote. He was like, nah, you're not allowed to vote. Delete.
No, that's not what happened. You just did not vote. But that's okay. Because that's okay.
Ichiro was the man. I mean,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I don't even disagree. I'm just surprised that Ichiro was on the list because so many of his hits came in Japan. And so that's one reason why I was surprised that Ichiro made this list. But dude would have been a Hall of Famer, period. Just his MLB career stats. So obviously adding his Japan stats and such, it's like, come on, it's a no-brainer. This guy's an all-time great player, an all-time great hitter. And the fact that, he's a guy, to me, I would have put him on the list just because he's a guy that hits for contact, but he's a guy that could have hit for power if he wanted to.
Yeah. He was very well rounded.
Yes.
Very rounded.
And he hit for contact for the betterment of the team, where the betterment of his fame and his stats and such would have been him hitting for power. Like, he could have hit 50 home runs a year if he wanted to.
Easy. Yeah.
But that wasn't his goal. His goal was trying to win. So that was cool to see him being, tied with as a top vote getter here in this poll. I'm double checking here right now, and yep, you did not give yours. So, yep, no one deleted. You didn't
feel like there's some voter suppression going on around here. Nope. Start some investigations.
I'll call it for you. I'll call an independent tribunal.
Well, you're the one suppressing the vote, so why would I want you to do
it? That's what I'm saying. No, I'll call for an independent tribunal. So that means my hands will be off, and it's independent. You can look at it. My hands didn't touch no votes.
I'll hire my own independent firm. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. So Ichiro Suzuki, you're not going to get an argument for us. Ichiro goes on that list here. And number 2 is Ted Williams. Also, I'm not surprised by this. Ted Williams,
that's not a shocker either.
Greatest hitters of all time. That's, yeah. I mean, if I didn't see Ted's name, I would have been surprised. But I'm not, because we don't. Our group isn't filled with people who were all born in 2000. Like, so we are. And this is not knocking you young folk, but just y'all tend to not know the greats of the past. And Ted Williams is before our time, but our grandparents, they made sure we knew who the people they liked were and watched were, so we know a bit more about them than you likely know at that age range. So Ted Williams, definitely not a surprise. Babe Ruth, also not surprised. I'm not a Babe Ruth fan, but I'm not shocked to see his name on here. 714 home runs. That tells enough of the story of the Babe. Then we get to another modern player, which I think it's great that we've got balance between 2 modern players and 2 pre-modern era players, and Tony Gwynn.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Gwynn, great contact hitter. What amazes me, I recently saw, I forget what the stat was. It was this crazy stat with Greg Maddux, and it was showing like his stats in his career, and they were all like it's like Maddux dominated everybody but Tony Gwynn. And he had some quote about Tony Gwynn that was just absolutely hilarious. Let me see if I can pull it up, bro. Okay, so this is what Greg Maddux said. He says, "You just can't do it. Sometimes hitters can pick up differences in spin. They can identify pitches if there are different release points, or if a curveball starts with an upward hump as it leaves the pitcher's hand. But if a pitcher can change speeds, every hitter is helpless, limited by human vision, except for that expletive, Tony Gwynn."
Oh, there you go.
Those are the words of pitching great Greg Maddux. Tony Gwynn, and Greg Maddux he's a guy who faced over 20,000 batters in his career, and only 310 of those batters saw that they were up 3 balls and 0 strikes. And 177 of those batters were intentional walks.
Wow.
We're talking about a guy with precision control.
Right.
And that guy is like everyone except that bleeping. That's the guy whose vision is just that good.
Right.
at the dish. Yeah, Tony Gwynn. If I didn't see Tony Gwynn on here multiple times, I'd have lost my mind.
Yeah, that one. Honestly, none of these are a surprise to me.
No, not at all. And I didn't think they would be. What did surprise me were some names that didn't make this top 5 list. So before we go to number 5, I'll throw in some names here that were said that I was surprised to see. I was surprised to see Reggie Jackson. I was surprised to see Frank Thomas. I was surprised to see Big Papi. Like I'm thinking Big Papi strike out a whole lot to be considered one of the top 5 hitters.
But he always
personal preference. So
yeah, I mean, a lot of people saw him as a big hitter though, because he was a power hitter.
Yeah, but to me,
I mean, we talked about it, it's subjective, right? So like, it depends on what you consider as a top hitter. Is it a power hitter, or is it contact hits, or total hits? Like, you know what I mean? It's all subjective. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that one either, because like, he was a big hitter. He was a big hitter. He swung for the fences, and that's why he struck out a lot.
Yeah, he's great line.
But from a purely subjective standpoint, especially growing up, I grew up. Well, yeah, we both kind of grew up with him. Yeah, I mean, he was big. He was a big name at the time.
Oh yeah, winning the World Series with the Red Sox definitely elevated him too.
But then when you go to stats, it's like, he's not. I mean, he's not the greatest hitter in the world, but
right.
People.
I mean, I would put his his Boston teammate Manny Ramirez ahead of him. If I'm talking hitting, like I would put Manny there. I would put, Miguel Cabrera ahead of him. Like I would put Pujols, who ended up having a couple votes. I would put him ahead of Big Papi. Like, there's a lot of bats I would put up ahead of Big Papi. But like you said, he's some people hey, as the Nike commercial said, with the aforementioned Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine, chicks dig the long ball. I mean, it's a sexy thing. The chicks dig, people dig the long ball. I think there was one more that I was surprised by. I'm saying maybe that was the big surprise. Yeah, he was a big surprise because I wasn't surprised that some people said Pujols.
No, I'm not. He was another one of my favorites.
Pujols is great. And for me, it's more than pure just contact or just power. You know me, I'm a balanced guy. So if you can hit for great contact and you can hit for power, I consider you a more valuable asset. So like I'm a person who'd rather have a guy have, 35 home runs in a season, and not be striking out, having 35 home runs, 100. No, I don't think anyone gets 100 doubles, but let's say 75 doubles and 60 singles or whatever in the season. I'd rather have a lot of balance, and they've got like 5 triples because triples are hard.
Yeah.
And I would rather have that type of balance, a balanced attack out of my batters than one guy who hits 50 home runs and strikes out all the other times. And
true,
that I don't have. I prefer small ball, a medium ball offense. Like, give me somebody you have to respect their power, but they can hit for contact and make sure they're getting on base. Like, you don't have to worry about this guy, if he is home run or bust. Like I like people that they're gonna make contact and they're gonna get on base, whether it goes over the fence or not.
Yeah, but that's not sexy though.
Yeah, but I'm not sexy, and I'm not. So guys like sexy stuff,
that doesn't sell tickets. You know what I mean? The long ball sells tickets. Those big hitters sell tickets.
You know what sells tickets? Winning. Because if you keep winning, you keep playing, and if you keep playing, you sell tickets. Yeah.
Hey, you ain't got to tell me, man. You're talking to a Mets fan, so
Hey.
we do everything but win.
And y'all selling tickets, y'all ain't even winning. Y'all was embarrassing this year. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for Jeff Goldenberg and the group. I feel bad for every Mets fan. I just want to hug y'all, pray for y'all, send y'all a care package. Yeah, Jesus.
So, I mean,
y'all
right. The only thing I got to look forward to is Orlando, and they always let me down in the playoffs. So, which now, I mean,
hey, at least they made it though.
I know.
I know. Too.
I know. But they just like the Lions, man. They get in the first round and then
at least they're in the playoffs, though. Better than your Mets, who face it, they should call up Tebow and just have him lead prayer before every game and just hope that Jesus comes down in uniform and helps that team out. Because y'all was training base runners left and right. Your pitching it's horrible. Y'all just got a hot mess going on.
It's bad.
City Field is fieldless. I don't know what's going on. It's a mess.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
And in some ways, I'm thankful for Corona.
Yeah, it is. Oh, man. All right, so let's break this tie. Barry Bonds, Pete Rose. Since UniqDNA did not vote, despite his thoughts, he did not vote, but he will vote now.
I know what I did.
The final vote to decide whether our fifth batter of all time, hitter, I should say, in Jeek Nation's opinion, is either Barry Bonds or Charlie Hustle Pete Rose.
I got to go with Barry Bonds.
Bonds. Going with Bonds. Why are we going with Bonds?
I grew up with Bonds. I grew up in that era. You know, that was prime baseball for me. Like, I think I was in, I don't know, probably middle school, high school, somewhere around there. So, you know, Barry Bonds was the man. Like, it was like, you talk Jeter, you talk Barry Bonds. Like, you know, for black kids growing up that like baseball, that was us. You know, it was like, those were our guys.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, Pete Rose. The only thing I know about him is the scandals.
And probably getting tombstoned at WrestleMania year after year.
Yeah, that too. So, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't recall ever watching him play.
No, he was out of the game before you were born, and I think I was super young. I think when he retired or whatever. Like, no, I don't even think I was born yet when he retired. I think he was managing maybe still. But yeah, he was out of the game long before our time.
Yeah. So
he may. Okay, well, you were born, but not much. Yeah, because he managed the Reds from '84 to '89. So
right.
Yeah, and he played into '86. So yeah, I was 4 years of my life were during Charlie Hustle's playing career, and yeah, and he was a player manager for a couple of those years. So yeah, and you were born. You're 4 years younger than me. So yeah. You clearly. I got to see him play, but yeah, I was barely. I wasn't. And plus, he played for Cincinnati, so I wasn't watching National League games. I was watching American League games.
Right. So yeah. So
that makes a lot of sense that you would go with Bonds. And obviously, we mentioned the long ball is sexier, and Bonds hit a whole lot of those.
Yeah. A whole lot.
So obviously anyone that's a Bonds hater is going to come at you and we say bring the noise. Did he do it? Did he take the roids?
I want to say no, man. I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
Okay. I'm not saying he did or he didn't. I I just know that it was never proven, and people keep talking like it was proven.
I know they act like it was, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen the evidence.
I know. And all I know is there was a whole lot of TV time wasted talking about steroids in baseball. It didn't need to be all that. That was the definition of extra. You know, MLB just need to be like, okay, this is allowed, this is not allowed, and call it a day. Like, why are we having congressional meetings about steroids in baseball? Like, come
Well, you know, I'm not even gonna go there, but you know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I know. Just to
So
see Barry Bonds and Andy Pettit and Roger Clemens and Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa all in suits before congressional committees. I'm like, don't you have real work to do? Like, you talking about steroids in baseball? Yeah.
So
that's that. That's our 5. Recapping, our number 5 is the great Barry Bonds, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Don't care if you think he cheated or not. Really don't care if he actually did cheat or not. That man had Hall of Fame stats before the whole suspicion of cheating or steroids and not steroids. So put the man in the Hall of Fame. Put Roger Clemens in the Hall of Fame while you're at it. Barry Bonds is our number 5. We have that tie with 3 and 4 between Babe and Tony Gwynn. So let's give them an order. Where are you putting the Babe? Where are you putting Tony Gwynn? 3 or 4?
Tony goes 3.
Tony goes 3. Oh, so number 4 is Babe Ruth. Number 3, Tony Gwynn. And we also had a tie at the top between Ichiro and Ted Williams. So who you put number 1? Who you put number 2?
Ichiro number 1.
Ichiro Suzuki. So Ted Williams is our number 2 Jeek Nation hitter of all time, and numero uno is Ichiro Suzuki.
Ichiro.
That'd be some anime sound somewhere saying like Suzuki-san.
I'm sure there is.
That I can add in post. That would be fun. Yeah, that would be because Ichiro Suzuki is our number 1 hitter of all time. And I really, really hope that sparks a huge debate when we post this. I'm here for it. And we want you to continue to participate in polls like that, but we would love for you to continue to suggest topics you want to hear us discuss and review. So do not hesitate to comment for topics, as well as you can actually leave us a voice message. Yes, you can leave us a voice message from our Anchor page at anchor.fm/the original Jeek podcast. Just make sure you put, hyphens, minus signs in between each word, and you can click message, and you can leave a voice message asking a question, suggesting a topic, and should we pick your question or your topic, we will add it into the podcast in our post, and so your voice will be displayed. You'll hear yourself asking the question, suggesting the topic, and we will talk about it. We've had some great suggestions in the past, especially for late June's recording that ended up being for July, where one of our members suggested we talk about the depiction of disabled people during Disability Month. And we had a really great conversation about, Daredevil and some other disabled characters. So continue to please talk, suggest what we should talk about, because, hey, we can always think of all the great ideas and topics. So, there's 2 of us and we're pretty cool. We're pretty smart, but we can't think of it all. So please continue to participate and contribute in that manner.
Yes.
Yes. So that will complete our baseball topic. We're going to clear that out.
The princess is in another castle.
No, the princess is in this castle because we read this episode. So that will conclude this episode of the original Jeek podcast that we have created to bless those little earballs God gave you. If you forgot, I am your host, RockinMrMagic. He is UniqDNA. And we want to thank you again for listening. and remind you that we could not possibly do this alone, not without you, Jeek, supporting us every time you press play. In the description, there will also be a link to support Jeek Nation financially should you feel the urge to help us continue to create content.
Yes.
Things like microphones and mixers and stands and stuff that costs money. And now that we're backing, but it costs money. And if you want to help us do better, better video, better audio, do more, then please feel free to help us out. We're not asking for any certain amounts. We're not saying, hey, we need $5,000. Do that and do that. We're just saying if you want to help us be better, we appreciate any amount that you feel led to bless us with. And you can rest assured that we will put it into Jeek Nation and to making not only will we produce better, but the experience, especially in the community. It is almost September, and that means fantasy football is coming up. So funds like that could go to prizes, merch, all types of fun stuff in the future that we want you all to be involved with, and not just the production level things that obviously we would love to continue to invest in and improve on as well. Yep. We also ask you to help us by rating and reviewing Jeek Nation on your podcasting app of choice. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Castbox, and more. Can't find us? Let us know. JeekNation@gmail.com. Send a message on Facebook @JeekNation, and we will do our best to make sure we are on said platform. And till next time, for UniqDNA, myself, love, peace, chicken grease.
Peace.
And that's all, folks. Peace.
Ready to make an entrance, so backward cut. Come on, cut for me.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, slow down. Whoa, speed up.
This is DJ What, and you're listening to the original Jeek podcast.